Thank you. Please have a seat. How exciting. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nikki Hewlett, and I'm the Director of Alternative and Adult Ed here at Pathfinders. It's my absolute honor and privilege to be here tonight to recognize and celebrate our graduating class of 2024. Before I get started, I always like to thank some people. We could not do this evening, we couldn't do this whole school year and make this event happen without the help of many individuals. So I want to start off with Lincoln and Nick and anybody else here that's for the crew that's helping with the light and the sound. We really appreciate your help tonight. Cynthia Hollingsworth, who is the head custodian here at the middle school, who's my favorite person in the world, I think, and she does whatever we ask, so I thank her for all of her hard work today and help setting up earlier today as well. Our superintendent, Jonathan Wan, and deputy superintendent, Dr. Michael Dunn, for always supporting our program. Tonight is Mr. Wan's last graduation ceremony, so he is retiring at the end of the month. So I do want to say an extra thank you to him. He's always supported me, whatever I've done. And it also makes me very happy to know that I will be his last memory of a graduation. And that's a joke between he and I, because I told him he'll never forget me. He's never going to forget his last graduation was with Nikki Hewlett. I do want to thank all of our school board members, Mr. Rob Ickes, who is our president, Carrie Freeman is our vice president, Christina Carpenter, our secretary, Tracy Hatcher, our treasurer, Stephanie Tucker, who's a trustee, Jeff DeVerona, trustee, and Randy Taggart, trustees. I appreciate all of you if you're able to come tonight and just always being behind us and supporting us whatever we need here in our program as well. So thank you. I also want to thank our partners from Michigan State. I know Luis is not here, but Luis Alonso Garcia, he's the Director of Migrant Student Services for Michigan State, as well as Ingrid Aguayo Fuentelhuelba. She's the HEP coordinator and instructor for MSU, and we really, really appreciate their continued support and partnership with our migrant students. They do a wonderful job for us, and we really appreciate their support too. I also want to thank my outstanding staff that I have that work at Pathfinders. Jessica Densborn, Chris Hock, Denise Stockwell, Andy Hackett, Kelly Cromer, Mike Williams, Diego Cano, John Lehigh, and Kim Pinkerton. There's no way I could ever do this job without all of them. We are a very small group, but we're a very mighty group, and we get a lot of stuff done in our program. I can't thank them enough. I work with probably some of the most thoughtful and caring people that I've ever been with, so I really appreciate all that they do. Tonight is also Diego's last graduation at Pathfinders. So Diego's moving on to a different position outside of our district. Diego's kind of special to me. For those of you that don't know, I was hired in 1999 in this school district, and Diego sat in my very first classroom. So I've done a full circle with Diego, I feel like. So to teach with him, and then I came back and I worked with him, but I don't think Diego realizes how much he taught me at that program. So I appreciate everything he's done, and I hope you know many people are going to miss you, Diego, and best of luck to you. Last but not least, I want to thank all of you that are here. You are friends and family, and you are probably some of the #1 supporters these graduates have had. It could be the last year, it could be their whole life, it doesn't matter. You've been huge for these graduates. You don't even realize some of the things that you've done that have supported them, so I always like to point it out. And these are just things that graduates have said when they come in for classes or they come in to test. They really appreciate if you've ever given them a ride to Pathfinders. They appreciate that. They appreciate when you watch their children. You know, it's nice to have a quiet time to come in and study or to test, so they appreciate that. They really appreciate it when they come home and you've made dinner, and they have a nice warm dinner when they come home and they've been working hard. Most of them come straight from work and they come into Pathfinders. They appreciate you always giving them that pat on the back, encouraging them, letting them know they can do this, that you're always behind them, okay? I chuckle every year. Somewhere out there is a grandma that's sitting in this, somewhere out here there's a grandma. Is there a grandma out here that has been, there it is. Grandmas, you are usually the #1 supporter. Somebody here has promised you, or a grandma, that they will graduate. So I love all the grandmas because you are usually the #1 person that the students say, I got to do it for my grandma. So thank you. All righty, so for those of you that kind of lived through the 80s and 90s, you should probably know who Michael Jordan is. Michael Jordan's probably one of my favorite all-time athletes. If you don't know, he was a tremendous basketball player, and he led the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships. He's got numerous accomplishments in his career, okay? He's got commercials out there, and he's also known for some famous quotes. One of his quotes is probably one of my absolute favorites, and it hangs on the walls at Pathfinders. If you come into our building, it's right above the water fountain, and you'll see it. And it says, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. Pathfinders is a program that makes it happen. In fact, I stumbled across some data that I thought I'd share with you. I shared this with Mr. Eckes the other day when I was with him and his wife. And so I want to make sure everybody in here hears this. Since the year 2012-2013, Pathfinders has helped 188 students earn a high school diploma and 154 students earn a GED, for a grand total of 342 graduates have come out of our program. That's 342 graduates that are able to better themselves through college, through a trade school, maybe joining the armed services, or employment opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, these 18 students that are sitting in the first 2 rows that are going to receive diplomas and certificates tonight, they made it happen. They made it happen with full-time jobs. They made it happen with families to take care of. They made it happen with households to maintain, and they made it happen with any other curveball that life could throw at them. They are some of the most hardworking individuals I've ever met, okay? They are courageous for doing this, and I can't say how incredibly proud I am. Everybody that's sitting up on this stage, we are so incredibly proud of making it happen. At this time, I'd like to invite our superintendent up. I know he has some wonderful words of wisdom for us.
Good evening. And I can't read this anymore because Nikki, I think, was reading from it because she said just about everything I was going to say. Thanks, Nikki. Mrs. Hewlett, I'm so sorry. So we're going to wing it. But the key part of what I wanted to share is how impressed I am with you as the graduates and with you as their supporting community. People do not understand, truly do not understand what it means to pursue a degree in the non-traditional way. And that's what you've done. The traditional way is get into your freshman year, complete in 4 years. That's the norm, right? But your life gave you curveballs, as Mrs. Hewlett said, and you handled them. You embraced them, and you never, ever gave up. That is impressive. I hope that you are as proud of yourself as we are proud of you. To the class of 2024, congratulations. You've earned it. It is just incredibly impressive. Congratulations. One of the duties as a superintendent is I get to present the class to the Board of Education. And therefore, at this time, ladies and gentlemen of the Board of Education of Dowagiac Union Schools, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2024 from Pathfinders, as they have met all of the requirements placed on them by the state of Michigan and by yourself as the Board of Education. I ask tonight that you bestow on them the title of graduate. Thank you.
Pathfinders proudly graduated 30 students this year between our alternative and adult programs. In addition to the 18 students that were able to attend this evening, we had 4 students that walked with their fellow high school graduates on June 2nd, and we have 8 students who were not able to make it tonight. I believe that everyone deserves to have his or her name read aloud at a graduation ceremony. My hope is that somebody in this audience will hear their name. Okay, you'll recognize them and you'll congratulate that student when you see them and let them know how proud that you are of them as well. So I'm going to read these names, and at the very end, I would like to give them a round of applause, even though they're not here. Jesse Burcham, Maximilian Bustamante Moore, Brian Flores Cruz, Yesenia Hernandez Fierro, Yesenia Hernandez Rodriguez, Jose Mendez Castilla, Hannah Ross, Christopher Santiago Heflin, and Carol Vega Marthel. We could give them a round of applause, please. All righty. Now it's your ladies and gentlemen's time right now. So if I could have my staff please take their place. Mr. Eckes, if you would please go to the front. Mr. Hackett will show you where we'd like you to stand, please. At this time, I ask the first row of students to please stand and make your way to the stage. Connie Ashley. Maite Aviles Brito. Ariana Bard. Aaron Carlisle. Azuzina Garcia Melo. Flor Deluz Herman Camilo. Austin Hartford. Maria Hernandez. Dara Killarney. Would the second row of students please stand and make your way to the stage? Francisco Lugo Zamora. Blanca Marquez Vieda. Caleb Mottweiler. Vanessa Perez. Maria de Jesus Rodriguez Cervantes.
Nathan Thielman.
Kelsey Tomes. Alexis Velasquez. I'm going to ask my graduates to take a seat, but I'm going to ask everybody else that is able to, if you would please stand right now. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody here from Pathfinders and staff and support and everybody here, I introduce you to the graduating class of 2024. And you can stand up and wave at your families if you'd like. Give them away? No? You want to wave at your families? You can stand up and wave at your families. Guess not. You are more than welcome to go out and meet your graduate. We have refreshments out in the hallway, and thank you very, very much for coming this evening.
Stealing my speech. How dare you? All righty.